Hello, it's Claudette again. Today I'd like to address the idea of change. I know I've talked a lot about change in the last few reels, and I just want to make sure that people realize, if you want change in your life, it's a personal choice. If you don't, there's no judgment. Some people are happy with where they're at, whether they're struggling with it seems that this is where they want to be, and that's okay too. So, and I also wanted to mention that I came across a term yesterday that I had never heard before, and it's called, the term is soft change. Soft change. It just means that you don't have to change your whole life overnight. You take maybe one area that you might want to look at and practice little baby steps at a time and see where it leads you. Soft change. If there's one thing that I might say that will resonate with you and you say, yeah, I'm going to try that, great. Soft change, I really like the term. So today I also, actually my main topic today is the four elements, the gifts from the universe that sometimes we forget are there and how precious they really are. Now, an element is, I wrote it down. An element is a classical exemplary standard, traditionally long established. So in the First Nation culture, they use the elements a lot in their prayers and rituals, and they're very conscious of them. Now, the four elements I want to speak about is fire, earth, air, and water. There are four major gifts that are given to us that I think for the most part we forget how precious they all are. So the first one I wanted to talk about was the earth. The earth is a living being that we live on, and it provides us with so much. Grounding ourselves, connecting ourselves to the earth's energy, walking bare feet on the earth or on a grounding pad, of course, if it's winter, walking in the forest, walking in nature, touching a tree, hugging a tree. If you're ever feeling down, go and sit in the flower garden. Spend some time looking at the beauty, the wonder of the delicacy of the way they're created, the formation, the color, the scent. I mean, flowers are magical. So they are very self-regulating if you take the time to sit and be with that. Also, the earth also provides us, as we know, with all the vegetation. Every fruit, vegetable we eat comes from the earth. So it's a huge, huge gift. Yes. Now, crystals are also from the earth. Now, I use a lot of crystals in my life. A lot of them are very calming. Some of them are more for focus. If you're interested in crystals to help you self-regulate, there's a whole lot of information available on that. So now, so we spend time on the earth, bare feet if possible, of course. But just in the forest, just being surrounded by all the gifts of Mother Earth. In my house, I have, I think, 10 plants. Plants are also a gift from Mother Earth, indoor plants, outdoor plants. Yeah, so now I'd like to talk about water, which is the next element. Now, water is, of course, life-giving. It keeps us alive. It keeps us hydrated. It's used for wounds. It's used for washing. It's very grounding. Soak your feet in water or do your dishes. Water, your hands in water is very grounding. If you're feeling off, go and have a shower. Go soak in a tub. Also, just sitting by water, sitting by a lake is definitely grounding and calming. And what else did I want to say about water? I think that I wanted to mention too that water is said to be sacred. Now, apparently, it'll take in the energy that you intend, which means if you put your hands on water and you think of peace, the water will pick up that energy. Now, if that interests you, Dr. Emoto is the pioneer in this particular philosophy. It's very interesting, yes. The next element is fire. Now, fire is also quite wondrous. It's mesmerizing, it's warming, it's used for cooking, it's used for smudging, it's used with a candle for calming. Fire is a huge gift used for cooking, not so much now maybe, but well, we still use it outside in our barbecues sometimes. Yeah, so fire is also very healing, and to sit outside in the sun is also a fire element. Now, there is a ritual called smudging that I use. If you're not familiar, simply you burn incense or herbs like sweetgrass, or there's different types of herbs that you can use for smudging. So you burn the herb and the smoke. That's where the air element comes in. You just sort of embrace it and fill your aura with the smoke, and you can smudge your whole house. And it clears negative energy. Therefore, it's very good for self-regulation also. Yeah, and calms the nervous system. Yeah. So the air is the other element that I wanted to mention. Of course, air, we all have air. Just because we're human, we breathe air for survival. So we always have our air with us, our breath with us. Now, we've talked about this before, where calming breaths, deep and slow, are very, very good for self-regulation. So air. Now, there's something magical about going outside to breathe air in. It's very expansive. It's a whole other experience than breathing inside. I found anyway, whether it's winter or summer, there's something magical about breathing outside. And now, I think that covers all the 4 elements. They're all gifts from the universe. They're all there at our disposal. I hope that you can remember to be more conscious of the gifts that they all are. Thank you for listening, and remember, you're the lighthouse. Shine your light. And yeah, share if you feel comfortable sharing, and also I'm on YouTube now if that interests you. Thank you.